We're just gonna bring the right knee forward. You can take the left knee down. Hey everyone, welcome to class. If you're new around here, my name is Erin Motz and I am the co-founder of Bad Yogi. I wanted to bring you a gentle prenatal yoga class, and just for your own reference, I'm 18 weeks pregnant today, and this class is for those days when you want to do something but you're not in the mood to do a full practice. You want to do something gentle and just something that feels really good, because I think especially during pregnancy, it's one of those times where there's a large chunk of our experience that feels like things just don't feel normal. They don't feel perfect and exactly like we used to be. So it can be a bit of a struggle to deal with some of those feelings. So this class is really just to feel good in your body again. Now, you see that I have 2 blocks, but you don't have to get fancy with it. If you don't have yoga blocks, just throw down a couple of pillows and have them nearby, and we'll use them a couple times. But otherwise, seriously, no need to have anything super fancy. So to begin, I want you to come onto your front on your hands and knees. We're going to find child's pose. So feet together, knees really, really wide, slide the hips back, and maybe you just stay propped up on your forearms. So if regular child's pose feels good, where you walk your hands all the way out, you're more than free to take that option. But sometimes, especially if maybe you're a little sick, you want to be upright just a bit. So take your option, whichever one feels best today. And let the eyes close. And just take this time to breathe, to get in touch with your breath, to notice how it feels. You might even prop your forehead up on the hands. So all I want you to do in this moment is to center your attention on yourself, on this moment. Reminding yourself that it's okay to feel however you feel. And this skill of accepting exactly where we are is one that will serve us well into the journey of motherhood too. So just give yourself that gentle reminder that no matter what you're feeling in this moment or previous moments or anything in the future, you are never alone. Take a couple more breaths. Just let that sink in. And let's get a little bit of movement in. So just take the hands down. Come up to your hands and knees. Walk the knees under the hips if you haven't yet. And just start to kind of wag. If you had a tail, you'd kind of flex, wag your tail side to side. Just gently flexing one side of the body, stretching the other. Looking over your shoulders as you switch. As the lower back starts to come under a bit more tension, this can feel really nice. Take one more each way. And then pause in the center. Just a classic cat-cow. Exhale as you round the back. And inhale. Come through. Be mindful of how you feel here. If you feel a bit of overstretching in the abdomen, just don't go as far. It can be more of a focus on the pelvis rather than pulling the chest up. If you feel too much intensity there. Again, bringing your attention to yourself, asking yourself, what would feel best for me right now? Paying less attention to the teacher in front of you or the person next to you if you're practicing with someone. And tuning in to what you personally need today. Let's just take one more each way. And bring it back to neutral. Plant the hands. Just for a moment, we're going to find downward facing dog, but not for long. So just maybe pedal at the feet. This can be a real mild version of down dog. You can keep the knees bent, of course. Then from wherever you are in down dog, we're just going to bring the right knee forward. And you can take the left knee down because we're going to sit in like a Z shape. So it's a modified version of pigeon because we're not super warm. So I don't want you to force pigeon, but I'm just going to move these out of the way so you can see. So my right shin is going to be parallel to the front end of my mat. My left thigh is as well, actually. So kind of in the same line. Left shin is just kind of in line with the side of my mat. So from here, you can start to fold forward. And depending on how far along you are, if hinging forward feels like you're getting in the way a little bit, you can walk over towards the right foot and feel a totally different sensation. So again, you've got options. You can just lean off to one side. You can walk forward if that feels good, or walk it over to the left. So again, we're back to that question of, okay, what is it that I need? What is it that my body would feel good doing? And I want you to focus on that. And just let your breath be even, natural. Not forcing any rhythm. On your next breath in, just slide the hands in if you're down on your elbows. And then take the left foot, bring it around gently, and take the soles of the feet together. So holding on to the ankles, of course, this is really up to you in terms of how far you take this. So you can just hold on to the ankles and kind of chill here, or even lean back if you're just not feeling it today. If you want a little bit more, you can slide the feet in closer and really focus on tilting the pelvis towards the front end of your mat. So tilt the hips down, lift up through the crown of the head. So you almost feel like your legs and your pelvis sort of lock into position here. Continue to breathe naturally. Take a couple more breaths. And gently come out of it a little bit. So now, pillows or blocks, whatever you're using, we're going to open up the chest and shoulders a bit, because as we start to add mass to the front, we can really compromise our posture. So we just want to make sure that we're not getting any aches and pains in the shoulders and the neck and the back. So I'm setting up my blocks like so, like a T, long ways up on the bottom side and then just kind of flat on the top side. But if you're using pillows, stack them on top of each other and lengthwise put them behind you. The base of your first block is going to go approximately at the bottom of where your shoulder blades are, like where your bra strap would be. Lay yourself down and let the head rest on your other block. From there, you can let the arms kind of spill off to the sides. The biggest problem here is always, where's your hair? Are there clips in it? I always have 47 bobby pins and all kinds of things, so it's an adjustment. But take your time. You can bring the soles of the feet together if you like, or just stretch the legs out in front of you. All you're looking for here is a bit of surrender. Release. Let the palms face up. Allow the eyes to close. And feel that space around your heart start to soften. And with each breath out, let the back melt down towards your block, down towards your pillows. Whatever you're using, just letting go of any resistance you have to this process. Any resistance that you've had today or that you feel about the future. And take 2 more breaths. Don't worry, we'll come back here in a minute, but bring your hands behind your head and just support your neck as you tuck the chin so you come up. Bring the elbows down, press into the hands, and support yourself as you come up. You can cross the ankles, gently come back to a easy down dog or a down dog-ish shape. We're just gonna find that Z sit on the left side. So left knee comes forward, right knee comes down. Square your hips off again, just like we did on the other side. So left shin is parallel to the front end of your mat. Right shin is parallel to the side of your mat. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, you choose where you go. Maybe it's just off to the left here. Maybe it's straight out to the front. Or maybe you just walk it over to the right. So what sensation are you looking for? Go in that direction. Continue to breathe naturally, easily. Just letting your body soften. Allowing yourself the freedom to find your version of poses that feel good. Take 2 more breaths. And inhale. Come back up to just neutral on the top. Bring the right leg around slowly. Soles of the feet together join. And again, you've got options, so you can just relax. Maybe you just lean back, or you can bring them in close. You know what to do. Tilt the pelvis forward in that case. Draw the ankles in close to you, so you sort of lock into place. Breathe. And gently relax. So one more time, we're gonna finish where we were earlier, on your blocks or on your pillows. Adjust if you need to. So come down onto your back, finding like just the right position for all that stuff. Relax the head back. Let the arms spill open to the sides. Take a few deep breaths, feeling the chest expand, feeling the shoulders roll back and open, creating space through the whole front side. And pregnancy and motherhood is so much about making space. Our physical bodies make space. Our heart makes space. And typically we talk about that in terms of another person. But we also have to make sure we create that space for ourselves. To take a few minutes to nurture, to fill ourselves up. By nurture, I mean nurture ourselves. To make sure that we feel taken care of as well. So continue to breathe here, soaking in all the benefits of this class. You're free to stay here for as long as you want, of course. But whenever you're ready, just begin to come back the same way we did a few minutes ago. Just gently bringing the hands behind the head for support. You can tuck your chins, you lift yourself up a bit, then bring it down to the elbows, maybe eventually to the hands, and press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. You can turn towards me. Messy hair and everything. Take a couple breaths here just to reset. Now that you've recalibrated, feel ready for the rest of your day, for the rest of this experience. On your next breath in, make a big circle with the arms, stretch them up overhead, and pressing the hands together, exhale them right down to the heart center, sealing it all in. Let the eyes blink open. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. I really hope you enjoyed this. Make sure that you follow me on social media. I'm at Bad Yogi Official on Instagram and Facebook as well, but my home is at badyogi.com. So it was great to meet you, great to practice with you. Thank you, k.deer, for having me, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks again for joining me.